Okay. So why did we start? Simple, to make money. In fact, our reason for starting the business were three reasons: money, money, and money. That is what we really wanted in this business. After 7 months of very, very hard work, our income I equaled my salary from this business. And as I said, the rest is history. Betty and I worked very, very hard the first 3 years of our business. We would travel 6,000 to 7,000 kilometers every month, visiting friends, visiting team members, doing training, and getting the business off the ground. So if you're a guest, just pay attention. Now, there are four ways that people use for generating income. The first one is called a job. A job is when you work for somebody. At the end of 30 days or 15 days or whatever you've agreed, they pay you a salary. A job is good because at least you have a means to have a roof over your head, and you have a roof over your head. You can feed your family, you can buy clothes, and all those things. The challenge with employment is that it's very easy for you to lose your job. There's a lot of politics in the workplace. There's a lot of undercutting. And because of advancing technology and artificial intelligence, business owners, employers have found very efficient ways to run their businesses with less people. So if you have a job, think carefully again. The second way that people use to generate income is self-employment. Self-employment is when you borrow money, you mortgage your house, you get your life savings, whatever it is, to start a business that you can provide a product or a service to the public. It's good because you control how hard you work and how much business you want to generate. However, there are a number of limitations with self-employment. One, the business requires a physical presence. If you're not there physically, it means the business doesn't grow. If you fall sick, you've got family issues you need to attend to. If you want to go for leave, it means you need to get somebody who understands what you do. Number two, you need to get somebody whom you trust. That is how you can take time off your business. But there's a very simple way to test whether you own a business or not. Go away from that business for 60 days. If it collapses, you don't own the business owns you. The third way that people use to generate income is big business. This is when people who borrow huge capital, they get a lot of money to start a business, and they employ lots of people to provide a product or a service to the public. Companies like Vodacom in South Africa, MTN in East and Southern Africa and West Africa too, Safaricom PLC, Naivas supermarkets, ShopRite Checkers, the bank. These are big businesses. They invest a lot of money in their business to provide a product or a service to the public. Of course, with a lot of people employed, you also have a lot of labor problems. This is not available to the ordinary person in the street. The fourth way that people use to generate income, the fourth way that people use to generate income is investment. This is when you get money which is over and above what you need for your daily living, and you want to put it in an instrument that will give you a return on your investment, either business or stock exchange, whatever it is. Okay, I see Fred is lifted his hand. Okay, so investment is when you take some money which you actually don't need at that time, you're putting it in a business or an instrument to give you a return. Those are the four major ways that people use for generating income. There are other ways, for example, sports people, professional sports people, musicians, authors. These are very specialized ways for earning an income. But the question is there an ideal business? Is there a business that any ordinary person in the streets who has a dream, who has a desire, who is willing to learn, who can build a business and create wealth for them and their future the future of their family? I think it needs to have the following 7 criteria. Number one, very low capital to start. Our business, you need between 60 and 100 US dollars to start a global business. And the reason why this is the case is because they've lowered the barrier to entry into business by making the capital you need very, very low. The second criteria is you need to get involved in distribution of goods and services. Why is that the case? Because through distribution is when the public gets goods and services. Look at anything that people want is always through a distribution system, a distribution business. Now, why is distribution important? If you look at the 60s, if you take any product, 50% of the cost of the product would be for manufacturing cost, and 50% would be distribution cost. The year 2000 and beyond, if you take any product, because of advance in technology, 20% of the cost of the product will be manufacturing and 80% would be distribution costs. What does that tell you? That there is a great opportunity for creating wealth in distribution. The third element is you need to have a global reach. Why is that important? Because the more people you serve, the wealthier you become. Our company does business in over 50 countries around the world. In Africa, we are doing business in 14 countries. And in Africa, we have a population base of 450 million people to serve. So we still have a very great opportunity for creating wealth in the African continent. The fourth element is leverage. Leverage is simply means that you find a way to multiply your time and your effort. Think about this. You and I have 24 hours a day. Let me say you sleep 8 hours, you work 8 to 9 hours, the rest you travel, you have meals, you pay attention to your family, you rest, you do other things. If you depended only on the work you put in, you will never be wealthy. Why? Because all of us are restricted with time. So what wealthy people do, they find business system that they're able to multiply the time and the effort they're doing. The business is conducted. That's why banks have branches. That is why retail companies open different stores to have a leverage principle. The fifth element is you need consumable, high quality product for a very simple reason. It has a repeat sale. I'm sure you and I use soap today, and you're going to use soap tomorrow, and you used soap yesterday. Soap doesn't sound very romantic, but soap is a very good business. Why? Because everybody uses soap every day, and when it is finished, they buy some more. And so is skincare products, and so is health supplements. And then the sixth element is you need a business system. This is simply a series of tools, procedures that you implement in your business that your business runs in your absence. This is what makes a very unique contribution to owning a business. And the last one is timing. Timing is very critical because if you start the business at the wrong time, your business does not take off. Either it's too early or it's too late on the growth curve. Now, what is this business I've been talking about? It's called network marketing. Network marketing is a system of distribution of goods and services where we move the product from a manufacturer to a consumer. This is what network marketing is. If you take out any traditional product or business, before the product gets to the customer, it passes from the manufacturer to a retailer, to a wholesaler, to a regional distributor, advertising, all those middle people who keep adding to the cost of the product. Who pays for it? The consumer. What we've done in our business, we've cut out all these middlemen. In between the manufacturer and the consumer stands a distributor like myself. That's what makes this business very unique. So the money the company would have spent to pay all these middlemen is what is available to pay to distributors. No wholesalers or retailers. Products are explained to customers in person. We are paid for successfully referring customers. The products are researched and developed on your behalf. What does that mean? It means you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Think about this. If you want to start a business, or you want to take a product to the marketplace, step number one, design the product. Look for ingredients to make the product. Do manufacturing. Do quality control. Do packaging. do registration of the products in different jurisdictions. You have to put infrastructure in different countries. That has already been done on your behalf. And that is what makes this business really, really unique and fantastic. There are no qualifications required except three things. Number one, a desire to succeed. Number two is teachability. Number three, hard work. Desire, nobody can do it for you. It has to come from your heart. Teachability, somebody will hold your hand. Hard work, somebody will also assist you, but the hardest work you have to do yourself. Neolife started in 1958. When Jerry Brasfield was a teenager, he had very, very serious asthma, and his mother got him natural remedies. And when his health improved, he thought that I think there are many people who have got illnesses as a result of poor nutrition. That's how the dream of Neolife started. His health got better. He started this business in 1958. Now Neolife, 66 years later, operates in over 50 countries. That was his dream. What has kept Neolife all these years in operation or in business? Because we believe in some fundamental principles. The first is honesty, absolute honesty and integrity. It's very important that we are honest and sincere with our customers and the public. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody is watching. The second is people are number one. The most important resource we have in our business is people. If we don't have people, we don't have a business. It's as simple as that. So we take good care of people. Now, the third one is products that work. One of the things that keep customers coming back all the time to use our product is the quality of the products. So Neolife put together a group of scientists called the Scientific Advisory Board, who are in charge of making sure the products that get to the marketplace are simply the best. Two principles we believe in this in manufacture of our products: based in nature and backed by science. Simply means that all the products, especially the health supplements, the ingredients come from the human food chain. And then we use science to manufacture and put up the best products. The fourth principle is equal opportunity for everybody. Everybody starts the business at the same level, man or woman, old or young, 18 or 81. You need to be at least over 18 years old to be able to be a distributor in our business. So anybody who is serious about their future can become successful. Then the last one is a long-range vision. You need to have a long-range vision. Initially, the business, in 2 to 5 years, if you follow the guidance of your sponsor, that means the person who invited you to join the business and is going to hold your hand, if you follow your advice, in 2 to 5 years, you'll reach financial independence. Neolife started in 1958 in the USA, came to South Africa in 1971. In East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, 1996-97. West Africa, 1999, and the year 2000. If you're a guest, this business has come to your doorstep today. Now, why do people start this business? For so many different reasons. Some start the business because they want a better life for their children and their family. Some start the business because they're sick and tired of their job, or they don't like the workplace, or maybe they're approaching retirement, or they want to support their family, their parents. Some people start the business because they want to buy good homes. Some because they want to buy good cars, have holidays. I think most people start the business because they want to earn a little bit of extra money. That extra money can become a lot of money. You see, money has got three uses. It's a measure of wealth, it's a store of wealth, and a means for exchanging goods and services. Money is not wealth. It just measures wealth. Now, some people start the business because they want to be physically fit. So Neolife operates in over 60 countries from around the world, is more than 60 years old, and is supported by the Scientific Advisory Board, a group of scientists whose job is to make sure you've got the best products in the world. We have 4 ranges of products. And these are the countries where Neolife does business in Africa. East Africa, Southern Africa, and West Africa. This is where Neolife does business. But which products are these that we have in our business? We've got the Golden Home Care products. That is the products for cleaning your bathroom, your kitchen, your toilet, anything in your home that requires cleaning. We've got the products for you. The second one is personal care range of products. These are things like hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. The third is the skincare range of products. The biggest organ in your body is your skin. So it makes sense to take good care of it. And then the highest selling range of our business is the health supplement. Why? Because your greatest wealth is your health. When your health is finished, your mission in life is finished. Another product we have is the Supergrow. Supergrow is a fantastic product specifically for farmers. It helps farmers increase their yield. It's very simple, economical. You mix it 1 to 1,000. It's easy to use and to handle. It's a multi-purpose use. It really helps the farmers to grow. I mean, most of people in the African continent depend on agriculture for their livelihood. I was reading the other day that in 70% of the people in Kenya are employed in the agricultural sector. In Zambia, there are 1.6 million small-scale farmers. In Malawi, there are 1.5 million small-scale farmers. So this product really helped a lot of people on the African continent. How does this business work? This business works when you do 3 things every day. We call them 3 daily success habits. The first is using the products. Why do you need to use the products? Because you're supporting your own business. Another reason you need to use the products is if you're recommending these products to people, they want to know that you also believe or use what you're recommending. Now, because Neolife operates in over 50 countries around the world, we've got what is called the PV system to standardize business measurement. 100 PV is roughly $160 in value, US dollars in value. The second thing we do in our business every day is we share the business. It simply means that we introduce other people to be users and promoters of the products. In this example, you introduce 6 people to be users of the products, plus yourself is 7. If you do that, you've built a 700 PV business and you become a manager and your income is about 45 US dollars a month. The next thing you do is you teach the people you brought in to do what you are doing. That means the person on the top right corner also introduces 2. This is an example. And those 2 introduce 2 others. If they do that, they will build a 700 PV unit plus the other 6, gives you 1,300 PV. You become a senior manager and your income is about $90 a month. The next thing you do is you teach all these people to duplicate what you are doing. Simply means you teach them to do what you are doing. And the simpler it is, the faster your business will grow. In this example, the 6 people have done 700 PV, that's 4,200, plus yourselves, yours is 4,300. You become a director in the business. Your income is between 580 and 700 US dollars a month. The next thing is, not everybody is going to join your business. Some people just want to be customers to use high quality products. Okay, these are customers, and you'll make a net profit from them of 20%. Why? Because these people cannot buy from the company. You need to be registered to be able to buy from the company. The third thing we do in our business is personal development. Simply means we take time to learn how to build this business. Through training, there's a support system. In fact, this support system is one of the most crucial things about building a business. You have training, you have support, you have personal development, you learn how to become a leader, you learn about the products, you learn how to build an organization and support your team. If you want to earn more in the business, make sure you help somebody else become a director. If you help one more person become a director and you're also a director, your income goes to about $1,000 as a sapphire director. If you help 3 people become directors, your income is about $2,000 a month. If you help 6 people become directors, your income is about $5,000 a month. And this is very exciting because any person who is serious can become a president team member. And now I want to invite one of our very exciting leaders in our business. I have known this gentleman since we started the business. I think we joined the business almost the same year. And I think he has made the business not only believable, any ordinary person who is serious can become what they choose to be. Fred, it's a pleasure to share this platform with you. And I'm very excited to hear your story again.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Pascal. Thank you for that great presentation. And I just want to commend you for your consistency and your persistence in doing the meetings for us every Monday and every Thursday at 8 o'clock, regular like clockwork. In fact, for the distributors on the call, what Pascal is doing is a challenge for all of us. We really need to emulate and duplicate what he's doing, because if we are that consistent in doing the basics, like what Pascal is doing for us, I tell you, there is no step, there is no income level that you cannot reach with that kind of consistency. So that said, my name is Fred Gichuki. I joined this business a long time ago, like Pascal has said. I joined this business in 1996. By then, I was a young man. I was in my 20s. I was a Gen Z, like they put it nowadays. And this business found me working as a receptionist in a hotel. Now, I didn't study to become a receptionist. I studied to become a hotel manager, and I graduated with a higher diploma in management. I was meant to go to the UK to do a master's, but my family didn't have the finances. So I said, look, locally, I'm sure I'll be somebody, even if I didn't make it to go to the UK. And I saw some of my colleagues at that we were studying with get very good jobs, get company cars and all that. And I got excited. I knew since I was the best student in that class, I was going to get a very good job. But after staying home for close to a year, I realized that I had to start moving. I had to grab whatever came my way, even as I looked for greener pastures. So I started off employment as a cook, then I became a waiter, then I became a receptionist. And this business found me as a receptionist. And I'd reached a point in my life where I was quite desperate and thinking that God forgot me, you know, because here I was, I did my part, I studied very hard, but the job was not coming. And the ones which were coming were a raw deal compared to what I had done, and they were paying me peanuts. Like where I was working, I was earning only 10K. And I share this basically for the sake of those people who are in the corporate world, who probably like Fred Gichuki are still looking for a job, or they've gotten a job that is not paying them what they are worth. And they feel like life has given them a raw deal. I was there. And when this opportunity found me, I jumped on it. I saw a few things in this business. I saw a chance to make unlimited income. I didn't have a lot of time to do business because I was working 18 hours a day. So I didn't have time. And this business, I was told I only needed to invest an hour or two per day. And I quickly reasoned, when you watch the news, that's already an hour. If you watch 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock news, you've already done more than 2 hours. So I said, if I can do the business for the same amount of time that somebody watches news and make money, I was in for it. Then the other thing that excited me is that I didn't need capital. I was told the capital is in the mouth. I didn't need to invest. You see, before Neolife, I had tried a couple of businesses, just like every other common Kenyan. I tried selling mitumbas, selling cabbages, selling insurance. I tried several things. And I quickly realized that if you don't have enough capital, the business shuts on you, and you don't make any significant kind of profit. And many a time I was stuck with loans which I was paying after the business had shut down. So I had tried several things and I realized in business, if you don't have capital, you are done. Then I come to Neolife and I find a situation whereby your capital is irrelevant. All you have to do is talk to people. It's your work habits that will determine how much money you make. And there is no ceiling to how much money you can actually make from the business. And that excited me a lot. And the other exciting thing is that I didn't need to know the who is who. You see, in employment, in the corporate world, my friends had gotten good jobs because their parents were well connected. They knew the who is who in the government and in the private sector. And the rich know the rich. So if you're from a rich family, then everything for you works out smoothly. I was not from a rich family. So when I came to Neolife, I realized in Neolife, whether you are rich or average or whatever level you are, it does not matter. Everybody is the same. Your work habits are what determines how much money you'll actually make at the end of the day. And that excited me. I realized that the main obstacle now between me and becoming rich, becoming a millionaire, was me, myself, and I. Never again will I blame my father for not getting me a good job or the economy or corruption or all these things because Neolife showed me an opportunity that I can grab with both my hands, work hard, and become anything that I've ever wanted to become. So I joined immediately and I started doing the business. At the beginning, it was not a walk in the park. Just like anything new that you do, there'll be some resistance, there'll be some pushback. The very people that I wanted to help to become healthier, to make more money, to travel the world and all that, believe it or not, were not interested. Can you imagine that? You show somebody who is struggling how to make money, how to travel the world, how to live an exceptional life, and they say no. That came as a shock for me, and it will come as a shock for you, for most of our guests. But my upline told me, keep on keeping on. And it gave me the parable of the sower. He said, you are planting seeds. Some seeds will germinate immediately. Some will take some time to germinate. Some will not germinate. Some will fall on thorns. But you don't give up because a farmer does not give up when the crop fails. He keeps on planting and planting and planting. And one day he gets a bumper harvest. So I continued talking to people and I started growing. I remember my first check from Neolife was a check of 300 shillings when I became a manager. Now, I took the check home. My brothers, my sisters, my friends laughed their heads off. But for me, again, my upline had taught me. He told me, Fred, the more you talk, the more the zeros on your check. So I knew that my check had only 2 zeros. So I needed to talk some more to get it to 3 zeros, 4 zeros, and beyond. Yeah. So when they were laughing at me, for me, I was rejoicing because I knew this was the beginning of great things. And also, they did not know that when I'm getting a check of 300 shillings, I had made more than 21,000 shillings in profit. They were just seeing the check, but I had made money in terms of profit. And remember, my salary was 10,000 shillings. So there, right there, I had already made more money than my boss was paying me. So I continued doing the business, and for sure, the zeros started popping up. My check went to 3,000 as a senior manager. In 7 months, I became a director, got a check of 30K, and it was so exciting. Let me tell you, I got a badge written director. And I remember standing next to my boss and getting close to him so that he could see that I was actually a director. You see, at my place of work, I didn't have a job description. I could be made to do anything. If I was a receptionist, but if the plumbing failed at night and I was on night duty, I would remove my tie, my suit, and go fix that toilet. If the guests came late and there was no food, and again I would remove my tie and everything, get into the kitchen and make that meal for the guests. So I was a KYM, kada ya moko, mtu wa mkono, you see. But in Neolife, I'd become a director. And I started feeling good about it. Let me tell you, when you become a director, you start working differently. You know, everything that's just starts changing. And plus, I was earning 3 times my pay. I continued doing the business and I became a whole team member. Now, it took me about 3 years to become a whole team. And that was exciting. Let me tell you, becoming a whole team in your life is something that everybody on this call needs to work so hard to do. As a whole team member, I remember being given my first trip abroad. It was to South Africa. I remember going with Anyang Nyong and Keraitu Murungi. And these guys were whole team members. They were doing the business. And I said, my God, this is Fred Gichuki, a receptionist, seated next to Anyang Nyong. You know, I would wake up in the morning, have breakfast with Anyang Nyong. In the evening, I have supper with Keraitu Murungi. Then you would walk around and go to see the hotel you were in, had a zoo in it. So you'd go and see the animals, see the snakes and all that kind of thing. And I said to myself, this is the life. For a receptionist to associate with the rich and mighty. For me, I always say this. Many things in life come because of association. If you walk around with 2 smokers, pretty soon you'll be 3 of you smokers. If you walk around with 2 thieves, very soon you'll be 3 of you as thieves. Now, if you walk around with 2 millionaires or 2 billionaires, very soon you'll also be the 3rd billionaire. And that is what Neolife does for you. Neolife brings you into a community of successful people, people who are going somewhere, people who are focused on what they want to do. They know where they are going, they know how to get there, and they've already achieved a level of success. And they are pulling your hand up and telling you, hey, come this way. This is how you become rich. This is how you become a millionaire. This is how you to enjoy lifestyle. This is how to make a significant difference in your life and the life of your family. So we went to South Africa. Since then, I've been able to travel so much as a world team member. I've been to America twice. I've been to Mexico, Mauritius, China, UK. I remember one time when we went to the UK with my wife, we were given a check of $13,000, just an incentive check for good work well done. And I mean, that is the kind of lifestyle that Neolife gives you and the kind of recognition that you get from Neolife. And you get to make money when you help other people making money. I remember one time we went to South Africa, and from my team, I had more than 35 people who accompanied me, husband and wife, including my very own sister, who was very, very skeptical at the beginning. It took me close to 2 years to get her moving in the business. And in fact, I remember she got a check of $250. And I told her, this check, you must give it to me as a hardship allowance for really giving me hell in terms of joining. Well, she didn't quite see my point of view. But let me tell you, I don't know about the guests who are on the call and the distributors. What would you rather? Would you rather meet your friends in one of the local restaurants and just have a cup of tea? Or would you rather have friends and get into a plane with them, go to South Africa, go to Mexico and have a cup of tea in Cape Town, have a cup of tea in London? I mean, what would you rather? I don't know. And the other question is there something that you're doing today that can give you that kind of lifestyle, that can give you money, that can get you into a plane and take you somewhere, and not just by yourself, you and your friend, you and your wife, you and your significant other, your babe. I mean, there are not too many opportunities. Even those people who are employed and they get to travel, they go by themselves. They don't go with their spouses. Yeah. But Neolife gives you that chance that they say, hey, come and join Neolife, work hard in changing people's lives, make people healthier, make people wealthier, and you get a chance to get into a plane every year, travel, and enjoy lifestyle. Now, another benefit I've gotten, of course, as a young man, men love cars. So in my life, in your life, I've bought several cars. Started with a Toyota 100K K252Z, wonderful car, very exciting car, but kept on upgrading. Today I drive a 4-wheel drive car. And I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting that a receptionist who was earning 10K can drive a car worth 3 million Kenya shillings. That is what is possible as far as the business is concerned. Now, the other thing that I've been able to do is I own several properties in different counties, courtesy of Neolife, and I get to collect some rent. I don't know for the guests on the call, would you like one day to be collecting rent, or do you just want to pay rent for the rest of your life? These are questions that one must ask themselves. And then what you're doing today, how close is it getting you to that eventuality? Neolife promises you that if you come into Neolife, if you pay the price, by the way, this is not a get rich quick scheme. Sometimes when you give a testimony, people think that you just come in abracadabra and you're a millionaire. No, no, no. It doesn't work that way. You have to work. You have to pay the price, and the price is talking to people. But I read a quote somewhere that says, you have to choose your hard. What is your hard? Working 8 hours a day for 40 years, that is hard work. Yeah. Now, putting in 2 to 3 hours a day in a part-time venture that one day in 2 to 5 years can get you to a point where you're earning $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month. I mean, I say Neolife, you get to work smart rather than working hard. Yeah. So how does the future look like in your life? The future in your life is getting brighter by the day. Let me tell you, the business is growing in leaps and bounds. We are coming to the end of the year. And when we look at the statistics, and Fred will bear me witness, the statistics show that we are on an upward trajectory. Business is getting better by the day, by the minute. We are on a wave and the business is growing. And there is no other better time to get involved in your life than right now. And I can tell you, the people who are joining today, if you're here and you're a guest and you say, yes, I'm going to do this business, 2025 will be a fantastic, fantastic year. The groundwork has been done. It is about now running with the business, taking steps, and going places. And I promise you one thing. If you say yes to this business today, we have just started December. If you give yourself a gift of a business, whatever you do, in December, people have a lot of money. And that money gets spent on clothes, which you already have. You already have clothes, but you are going to buy new ones. You buy shoes, which you already have. Everything you do, you already have it, but you do it because it is Christmas. Instead of doing that, take some small amount and invest in this business. I invested 9,900 and I didn't even have it. I paid 3,500, I borrowed the difference from a friend and I got started. I am here courtesy of borrowed cash. And today I can stand and say in my team, I have people who are earning 6 figures, people who are earning more than $1,000 in a month. Yeah. $2,000. Yeah. Because one day I took a step of faith and I got involved in this business. So for the guests who are on the call, give yourself a gift this Christmas. Get into a business. Start building a business that next year will take you places. Next year we are going to Tanzania and we are going to Cape Town. You never know. Get started today and next year you'll be going to a different country, guaranteed. You'll not just be going to Oshago. You'll be going somewhere out of this country and you get a stamp on your passport. So guys, thank you so much. It was exciting chatting with you. God bless you. And I wish you everything that you wish yourself. Back to you, Pascal.
Right. Thank you very, very much. I really have, every time I hear your story, I want to start the business afresh. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, some of our friends in Namibia, I met one of our friends in Namibia, and she said, when you do the presentation, make sure you say it is US dollars, not Namibian dollars.
That's a good one.
So our friends in Namibia, we're praying for you. We know there is a lot of tension in your country, but God will be done in your country, and we wish you every good things that happen in your country. So just to continue with our presentation, one of the things the company has done is to make sure we've got the best, we take the best use of technology. If you want to order products, you can order them online. If you want to register new distributors, you can do it online. When you register, the company creates for you what is called a back office. Back office simply means you're able to monitor and manage your business worldwide 24/7. Training is done locally, internationally, online. In fact, I was checking the screen just now. I've seen some of our friends in Nigeria, our friends in Malawi. In fact, Malawi, and we've seen some of our friends in Zambia, in Uganda, Tanzania, Botswana, South Africa, people from different parts of the African continent. That is what makes this business very, very exciting. The delivery of products. Every market that the company is opened and is doing business, the company makes an arrangement with local courier companies to take our products to customers from the company's premises. Payment is by online or mobile transfer. Payment for the products or payment of bonuses and commissions by the company. One of the things the company has done is to partner with some of the best sports people in the world. These are the Springboks. They use our products because they know that these are the best products for becoming champion. It will give you an extra edge. If everything is equal, having good nutrition gives you the extra edge to give you a winning combination. Every year we have, in fact, Fred mentioned that there's going to be a convention in Dar es Salaam next year for the East African region. Southern Africa, we are also going to meet in Pretoria to share success. This is a Southern African group. What do you need to do to start the business? To start the business, if you're a guest, get back to the person who invited you. They will give you an application form. In Botswana, you need 720 to 1450 pula. In South Africa, is 910 to 1980. In Kenya, is 9,200 or 11,000 Kenya shillings, 11,700. In Nigeria, is 50,000 or 75,000 naira. Tanzania, 167,000 or 217,000 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda is 238,000 or 295,000 Uganda shillings. USA is $75. In Togo is 45,300 or 60,300 francs CFA. Italy, 64 euros. Ghana is 700 cedis or 1,130 Ghanaian cedis. Cameroon is 56,000 or 68,000 francs CFA. This is what you need to start your business. The power of leverage. In fact, this is a concept, if you capture its meaning, you're going to be very successful. If I give you $1 million now in cash, or I tell you, I'm going to give you 1 cent doubled every day for 31 days, what would you choose? The average person will say immediately, give me the $1 million anytime. But if you double 1 cent every day for 31 days, the figure is $10.737 million. What do you need to succeed? Success, first and foremost, begins with a decision. If you're a guest, the first step to becoming successful is making a decision. Then the next thing you need to do is you need to know what your dream is. What do you want to achieve? What do you want? What meaning do you want to give your life? What purpose is your life? 2, find out what you need to know, and to do that means you need to be teachable. Somebody more experienced will hold your hand to teach you how to become successful. Then you need to work hard, discipline, guts, persistence. And then you need to believe in yourself, believe in your sponsor, and believe in the company. Initially, we used to say you require faith, which is true. But if you've already seen other people successful, you don't need faith anymore because you've already seen that it's possible. What you need is to believe in yourself that you can also become successful. What is next for you? The next step is get back to the person who invited you. They'll give you an application form. They will tell you how to get registered. They'll give you the first getting started training, and you're on your way to build your business. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the first day of the rest of your life if you're a guest. What are you going to do with the decision that is before you? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you very much for spending your 45 minutes with Fred and myself. And Fred, thank you so much for your wonderful story. I think it gives a lot of people hope in our continent that things can be better. And I think the future of the world is in Africa. You've got the youngest population among the 5 continents. We've got 60% of the world resources. We've got everything we need to be successful in this continent. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Good night and God bless.